Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Power Hour. I am your host, Veronica Valentino, and it is so great being back after the Memorial Day holiday and we got talking about an interesting topic today. Go for that, Renee.
And I'm Renee Rand, and today we're going to be discussing a question that has sparked plenty of debate. Can you fall in love with somebody by just talking to them on the phone?
Well, you know what? Love is deeply personal, emotional, and its meaning, it's really different for everyone. I think while emotions can change over time, the connections will build with others, and it can be incredibly powerful. I think.
Well, joining us to explore this topic today is our special guest, clinical nutritionalist Robert Ferguson. And it's always a pleasure having Robert join us.
So let me say, is it possible to fall in love by just hearing someone's voice and sharing meaningful conversations? I wonder. It all depends on the individual. So you know what? Again, stay tuned as we dive into the many ways people connect, communicate, and experience love, especially with the ladies of Power Hour. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. What do you think, Robert?
Well, one, thank you for having me on your show. I always enjoy being here. And two, I'm sure someone is like, okay, the clinical nutritionist, the guy who talks about health and weight loss, now he's becoming a love coach.
Well, we'll help take care of that part. We want your input.
Well, it's so I can tell you this. I'm a fan of this TV series on Netflix called Love is Blind.
I agree.
I love the whole format of the show because, all right, so let me give everybody a breakdown if you haven't seen it. What they do is they take a bunch of singles, men and women, and they have all the men stay in one big part of some building and all the women, and then they start dating. So they set them up to date, but there's a wall, so you can't see the person. They kind of encourage you to stay away from certain things, so you get to know the person. And so, like, let's say you meet 6 people the first day, then the next day you may meet the same 6 or a different group, and then you start to, man, I really like that one guy, or I really like that one lady. So then you have another date with that person, and after about 7 to 10 days. You basically brought it down to like there's one person that you get along with more than everybody. So now you're dating that person, and then they give you a chance to go to the next phase, which means you have to propose. Basically like a promise. And so once you promise, and if they accept, they give you 30 minutes to see each other for the first time. And then after you see each other, then they send you on vacation for a week. So you can be together, get to know each other, have fun. And if things are still going well at that point, you go to the next level, and then you go back to your hometown, and they get you a place where you live together. See, do you get along when you live together? And then after that week, if everything is still good, you've met each other's family, you propose, and you go to the altar, and people have gotten married.
Wow.
It is awesome. I'm obsessed with the show. I just finished watching the new Poland season, but and subtitles and the whole thing. But they have Italy and Mexico and Brazil and Dubai and Japan and U.S. I think is on the 4th season already. So, but I'm right there with you. I find it fascinating, and I think more fascinating today, because we're also attached to our phones and visually doing the FaceTime thing and Zooming with people. So there's really not always a reason why you wouldn't be seeing somebody, on purpose if you're meeting them. Mm-hmm. But I love the fact that it takes the sexual, visual, physical attraction out of the picture and gets to the bare bones of getting to know somebody. I think it's fabulous.
You know what, Wayne? I had to live with my husband for 13 years before I had to see if I liked him or not. I lived with him for 13 years, and then I finally I was like, okay, you want to get married? Oh, boy. What? They were here like 38, 39 years later, so I guess I liked him.
You must have for sure, for sure.
I put up
Yeah.
with a lot.
Well, you know, like, and I would say that yes, I believe you can fall in love. And when I did my original post on this, there was well over 100 comments.
Yeah.
And there were some people going, no way, I would never do it. And there was many people say, we've been married 31 years and we talked on the phone for the first year, 2 years. So I do think it's possible to fall in love. And I also think it's possible to fall out of love.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think absolutely. Because the other part of that is not only can you find the endearing things that draw you to people, but you can also find the things that piss you off really quick.
Yes.
By comments people make, like somebody assuming something. I know in one of the shows, somebody was assuming something about an autistic child being retarded. And she had an autistic brother or sister. And so it totally changed the whole mood of the relationship, just that one comment, because he wasn't on the same level of understanding as she was with her sibling. So I think absolutely you can fall out as fast as you can fall in.
Well, so let me ask you guys a question, because I've had some moments in my life where I got to know someone over the phone, right? So there was once I was talking to this woman on the phone, had never met her in person. Okay, never met her in person. And I really liked her. I liked a big part about her. Now, I'm not a judgmental type of individual, right? And so I believe that communication is king.
Yeah.
But after a while of talking, this woman said I was shallow. Now, if you guys think I'm shallow, because you've known me for
Not at all.
then please bring clarity. Because I was like, of all the things she could say, she called me shallow. And I was like,
Well,
at that moment, I was like, wow, how do you get there? And what is that? Like, what is a shallow person?
oh, you know what? When I think of a shallow person, right off the bat, I think of Shallow Hal. You know,
Me
Hal,
too.
and
Me
he
too.
pictured these beautiful, long-legged women, long hair, exquisite, and then to see someone who was beautiful and on the heavier side, it was like they shied away from it. But yeah, that's the first thing that I think of. I do not think you're shallow, Robert, at all.
I don't think you are either.
I remember you asking me one time, because you were talking to an individual, and you had said, I said, the first thing you need to do, I thought right away, is, don't text someone, talk to them right away, or be there in person. That's what I always thought. I don't know. Give me your thoughts.
All right. So Shallow Hal.
Yeah.
That was the one with Jack Black, right?
Right.
Yes.
And so he's shallow because, like, what made him shallow?
He only went for the hot chicks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
For the hot chicks, and Tony Robbins hypnotized him to see the inner beauty instead of the outer beauty.
Right.
And now he's really digging on all these really ugly chicks because they have fabulous personalities. But he's the only one that sees them as beautiful. Everybody else sees them as,
Okay, no, I remember that. That was a great. That was a great movie. I may have to watch that movie again.
We should have Jack Black on here and talk about Shallow Hal.
Oh, that was a great movie.
Oh, that was good. Okay, so yeah, so all right, so in my mind, I'm like, where in my life have I been shallow? And with all the work that I've done. And it's one of those things where what I realized when I was talking to this person that said that, it reminded me of someone who calls people a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
And what you notice is that they're a narcissist.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So she's imprinting on me at that time being shallow, but she's shallow.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think, and she made one comment, I'll never forget it. And I almost had post-traumatic stress over this. And that is, in my life, I've been real fortunate to work with celebrities, professional athletes, things that, and it's not like that's the most important thing to me.
Right.
But if you have worked with someone, like let's say I'm talking to you and we go to a restaurant and they have Shaka Khan on real loud.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go, oh, Veronica, I used to work with Shaka Khan.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean I'm shallow.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Like, so it was one of those things, but it was at that moment when I was like, this is not the person.
Yeah, if you mentioned Shaka Khan to me, I'd start singing. I feel for you. I think I love you.
But
I get a song out of anything.
and I believe that if you're, and it's funny because as I was thinking about it before we started, I was thinking there's a strong connection between this and anything that has to do with how you think.
Okay.
Right. So I believe a lot can be done without being in the presence of a person. Like we know that we can all be coached
Mm-hmm.
with weight loss and better health
Mm-hmm.
over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And for years, that was never part of someone's practice. And now it's like the most common practice.
Yeah.
And I actually like the idea of getting to know someone over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually meeting them, because once you meet them, like when I first met you, I felt like I knew you.
Yeah.
But we actually get to see each other virtually because of stuff like this.
Right. Right.
But the longer we talk and not over talk each other on the phone, I think people fall in love. I think it would be a wise thing to do.
You know what? I love getting to know people over the phone, and then I love when I, maybe do a Zoom call or I get to meet them and I talk to them. I'm just a people person, so I constantly am around people and just talking and being all in there with them. That's how I feel.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, totally. Let's answer a question, because I know Renee's trying to get back in. She had a little bit of difficulties here, technical difficulties, but we do have a question here.
Okay.
Sherry is asking, can someone's voice create a stronger emotional connection than their appearance?
Like, how would you interpret that?
Can someone's voice create a stronger let's see.
Here we go.
There you go. You're back. So
Yay.
we're answering the question. Can someone's voice create a stronger emotional connection than their appearance? You know what? I think absolutely, because I think the way an individual would talk to me, I feel that I can understand whether I think they're for real or fake. So
really through the tone of their voice or their
because I'm thinking of a person right off the bat. It was a male. He had a very strong, and it was a deep voice, and he was emotionally connected in being very personable. And the more that we talked, it's the more that I got to know the individual. And then when I saw them in person, I was like, oh my God, they were short, bald, mustache, and they didn't look anything like I imagined.
Okay. Well, I mean, we see that in Love is Blind, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
You hear somebody imagine meeting Mike Tyson behind the wall.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
But I don't think I'd get engaged to meet him at all, so it would never happen. So
right. So, but then if you get someone who has a voice like a Denzel Washington, and then he walks, they open up the wall, and you go, okay, he kind of looks like the way he sounds.
Yeah. Or
Okay,
Sam Elliott.
I get that. Yeah, like imagine if Sam Elliott, you open up the wall and then he's like 5'2".
Yeah.
Yeah. The voice does not go with the
body match.
Yes.
Yeah. And
good question.
I'm really not a height person. In fact, if you took, because a ton of people I have met without seeing them in person over my lifetime. So I'm more of a personality person than I am anything else. Mm-hmm. And they have to have great teeth. Teeth are my only requirement that I will not budge. They got to have great teeth. Okay, because I can't kiss an ashtray, so it just won't happen. So, but the teeth is all big for me. I've had shorter men in my life. My daughter's father was a lot shorter than me. She's tiny. My son's father is taller. My son and his children, my grandkids.
Okay.
She's having a little bit of technical difficulties over here.
Well, I mean, so what I believe I'm hearing her say is that she can't fall in love over the phone. Because if you fall in love, it doesn't matter what their teeth look like.
No.
Right? Because once you're in love, you're in love.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Is there another question?
There is. Okay, let's see. Kathy is asking, do men and women generally fall in love differently when the connection begins through conversation alone?
Okay, so let's go there, but I don't know if you heard my comment.
I did not.
Okay,
I did not.
So what I share with everybody is I said, based on what you were saying about teeth, I said, so what I hear you saying is that you can't fall in love over the phone.
I can, but that would blow it. That would blow it for me.
But when you're in love, you're in love.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No.
Okay. So that's called conditional love.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, so there you go, you guys. So there's two parts to this. There's a condition, and then there's unconditional over the phone. All right. So let's go to Kathy. What's Kathy's question?
Do men and women generally fall in love differently when the connection begins through conversation alone?
I would say, well, okay. I am not. All right, so I with many of my guy friends, we have this conversation all the time.
Okay.
I am more of I'm a mental guy. So I 1000% can fall in love with someone just talking to them. Right. Now, and if we were to have another show and we say, is it the chest that makes you fall in love? Is it the butt that makes you fall in love? Is it the I think is it the teeth that makes you fall in love? But being a mental guy, I can fall in love. But most of my guy friends, they're not that heavy on the mental side.
Right.
Yeah, they're physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've had these conversations, and the guys are like, they don't care about what's going on. Like remember Mary Hart? Was that like 60 Minutes or one of those shows? I thought Mary Hart was like the bomb.com.
Yeah.
I like that. So anyway,
it's really interesting when you hear how guys think about women, specifically thinking of, heterosexual women, and hearing the conversation of what they talk about as opposed to what women talk about or what we look at for a guy. I think it's great. I think I find myself along the mental side, but I love eyes. If I had to look physically, I love the eyes.
Okay, so are we talking about love over the phone? Are we
shifting? Just say, yeah, but I can fall in love over the phone. I can definitely fall in love over the phone.
But see, like here's one thing that I would recommend people who do it over the phone is you're up against something, meaning if you are the kind of person that can, like the woman that said I was shallow, if you're that kind of person, then you assume things in your life. And you probably will find yourself alone, or you'll attract the wrong people, because if you only listen to the voice and you don't have the opportunity to really key in on the inflection, like hear the joy in the voice or the curiosity, because people can make statements over the phone, and if you're quick to judge that statement, you're missing a big part of the context. And I think that could blow it if you're that kind of person that's probably more on the judgmental side. Maybe you've been hurt a lot. I think a lot of women who've been hurt and carry a lot of baggage. I mean, as speaking as a guy, I think they may have a difficult time talking over the phone.
Have you found yourself, Robert, falling in love over the phone? I know you liked a few conversations and voice and whatnot.
In my life I have, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I think the phone is ideal
Yeah.
for me because you get a chance. People can still have mood shifts.
Yeah.
People can still get angry. The
Mhm.
phone, like people bring a lot of their negative energy to a phone call or
Got-
their assumptions. And then I think just a lot of people, I'm telling you, baggage is tough.
Yeah.
And I think actually, you know what? I would say in an ideal world, if I were to get married again, I would rather meet the person over the phone
Yeah. Okay.
and talk for a minimum of 90 days.
All right. 90
That
Day
would
Fiance.
all right, look, because think about it. If you meet the woman too soon, right?
Yeah.
Then it becomes a physical thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially if you go there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Then you don't even want to hear them talk. I would like to be in a relationship with someone that when I'm going on a 4-hour flight, I'm looking forward to that one-on-one time to talk.
Right. Right.
Like I think that's cool.
I agree. That's
And
wonderful.
you know what's even better? You get on that 4-hour flight and you're there already.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh gosh.
I think that would be like, I think everyone would, think about all the couples and I think it's a large majority of couples that you get to the place where you know they're no longer your best friend.
Right, right.
And you want to call your guys, and women want to call their girlfriends, and they want to have conversations with everybody else except for the person that they're with.
Mm-hmm. I remember back in the day, mine started with my husband on the pager, the beeper. Oh, I knew he was calling. I got so excited and then talk on the phone. I'd have to go find a pay phone and
oh yeah, I remember there was ways where you could send a message on the beeper.
Yeah.
That you could actually type out
I thought it would be words.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. All right, we got another question here. Kayla is asking, what are the biggest red flags people miss when building a relationship, primarily through phone calls or texting?
Ooh, that's good. Red flags.
Yeah, red flags.
I would say,
keeping their story straight.
Yeah.
If they're not telling the truth, I think that would be the biggest challenge. So
Can you tell someone's lying?
Well, I think they'll get caught because it's really hard to remember all the lies. It's easier to remember the truth.
Amen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. All right, so let me read that out. So Kayla's asking, what are the biggest red flags people miss when building a relationship primarily through phone calls? I think Renee's right on it.
Yeah.
I think what people miss is what they don't want to see.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it's right in your face and you just don't want to see it because you want the relationship to work out.
Right.
Yep.
Mm.
I can tell you what I don't like personally if I'm on a phone call with someone. I don't like when people go, all right, switch over to FaceTime. What? If you're on the phone and then they go, I want to see, let's look at each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't want to look at anybody.
Yeah, right.
I'm enjoying the conversation. I may be in my robe. I may be in a dark. I remember years ago being on the phone. Well, not too many years ago, about 5-6 years ago, talking to this woman. And she would always want to turn on FaceTime.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to do FaceTime. So that created a little bit of a friction in how we communicate. But she did FaceTime with everybody, with her daughters, with her kids. Like she was one of those people.
Yeah,
And
she wanted everybody
that
to
right
participate.
Yeah, so I think that could be a sign of a mishap, or like when people call and I don't know. Then all right, here we go. This is for Kathy or Kayla.
Kayla.
If you text and there's always long gaps in the response with the text.
All right, let me ask you, preference. Would you rather call and talk to them or text? I kind of feel sometimes that texting is a little bit too impersonal. Maybe I just really love to talk to somebody instead of texting. I just think it's just like, I mean, hear so many times that people break up over texting, but I don't want to do that. Just like talk to me. Pick up the phone and talk to me.
Well, I mean, I'm with you on that, but I think it's a balance.
Okay.
Right. I would say there's a balance, but it's also a tail sign. And the tail sign would be if you text them at night and they rarely, if ever, respond, or it's like big gaps, maybe they're not by themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Possibly.
That could be a tail sign.
Yeah.
Or they only text and can get on the phone at certain times.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's also a sign they may be in another relationship.
Yes.
That's true too. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. we got quite a few questions here. All right, we got another one. Sue is asking, if someone says I fell in love with their voice, what is really happening psychologically?
If someone said I fell in love with their voice, what is really happening psychologically? I mean, I think people could fall in love with someone's voice.
Oh, I fell in love with Pitbull's voice. Oh man, I love his voice. I love his music too, but I love his voice. I'm thinking, oh man, he could just sing to me all the time. I just love his voice.
I believe that like imagine if you talk to someone and they have a nice voice that you like hearing, and then maybe they sing a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see a woman falling in love with some guy that serenades her on the phone.
Yeah.
And then she meets him. He is nothing like what she thinks he's gonna. I mean, I think that could be psychological.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, what if someone falls in love with their voice? They finally see them like, oh my gosh, so I guess I have to go with this anyway.
Well, that's when you find out whether they're a shallow hal or not.
I don't know, Renee, if you remember this one, but on one of the Love is Blind seasons, my kids, we watched it together every season. There's this one, like, you guys know who Megan Fox is, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Megan
Yes,
Fox,
I remember that one.
beautiful. So there was this girl on the other side of the wall, Veronica, and somehow they're talking, and she says, well, I mean, people say I look like Megan Fox. Well, she didn't look like Megan Fox.
Okay.
Not at all.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
But he was a shallow guy, remember?
Yeah.
And so that made him go, I'm choosing her. Because he thought he was getting Megan Fox.
Yeah.
And so they end up not making it. So
all right. Let's see. We got another. Okay, so Wendy, she's mentioning, I fell in love with someone through letters. We were long distance pen pals. So we got a great comment from her. So
well, that's awesome. A good one.
Yeah.
We know a lot of people fall in love with prisoners.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's because they know where they are every night.
Well, I know one of my very dear friends was a student of mine. He ended up getting in a little bit of trouble, which he really didn't deserve what he ended up getting. I mean, we really all believe that. And he ended up going to prison. And while in prison, he had a little bit of notoriety. Some girls would like write him letters. And one of them he fell in love with. Next thing you know, they got married. And they had, was it conjugal visit.
Conjugal visits.
Yep. So they would have those visits, and he's about to get out soon, and is totally in love with this woman. So they've gotten to know each other not just through letters, now over the phone, and then of course in person. And so it looks like it's going to work.
Wow.
So the letters make sense.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh gosh.
You know where maybe I can ask you guys this question and to help me out. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd like to get both of your opinion on this. So here's where I have run into some major problems. And it goes back to when I was in the Marine Corps at 18, 19. So I'm going to use this person. I remember his name was Carl Spieshot. I wonder if Carl's still alive. Carl was like 6'1", really good shape, lean, worked out all the time, good looking guy. Could have probably been like a model, right? And he liked this one woman who I happened to kind of know her. Well, I'm talking to her one day. He's like, hey, man, talk to her. Like, I really want to take her out. And I was talking to her, and she goes, I don't understand what he wants. And like, why would he want to date me? Look at him. So she was so caught up in that she didn't feel it would work because I don't understand why he would want to take me out. He has all these other women, I'm sure, that are throwing themselves at him. What's your thought?
Her low self-esteem got to her. It's really a shame too when that happens, and it happens a lot.
It happens a lot because I have had that happen a lot. And
go ahead, I'm listening.
Well, I'll end on this. And for all the ladies out there, if you find yourself in a situation, whatever, like maybe it's a guy that has a real big, powerful business or whatever. Maybe he's an actor, maybe he looks amazing, like, and you feel like one of the best looking, most attractive, sexy women I've ever met in my life. She never was my girlfriend. I wish she would have, because everything about her I found to be attractive. And take a guess on how tall you think this woman would be. Let's see how much you guys know me. Like, let's say from 5 feet to 6 feet. What do you think? So remember, I think it was one of the most, not the most, but one of the most attractive women I've ever met. Everything about her was sex. I just thought everything was just amazing.
She's tall.
How tall?
Yeah, take a wild guess.
I'm gonna say 5'7".
Okay, I'm gonna say she was probably about 5'6", 5'7".
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And height. All right. So now take a guess on her weight. Is she under 130? Is she above 150? Is she above 180? Is she above 220? Like pick a range. So let's say 5'6". What weight do you think she weighed?
170.
Now, why do you say 170?
Because I'm trying to think along the lines of in a healthy version, maybe a little bit more on, an exercise level, muscle weighs more than fat. So I'm thinking zoftic or thick. So yeah, that's why I think so.
Okay, and what ethnicity do you think she would be?
White.
Okay.
Okay. Are you
all right? So let's go to Renee.
Or is that your sunburn on your face?
I was saying plus 150 and white. Yeah.
All right. Tell us.
Now you guys don't know so you haven't seen me with women, so you don't really
no idea.
Right? So I'll tell you this, and then I'll give you the answer.
Okay.
I've been married twice. So my first wife was between maybe 115, 120. Okay. My second wife was always 120, maybe 125, 5'6". Both of them like 5'6", 5'7". I think the large majority of women I've ever dated are attractive by most standards. And I would say In the last 6, 7, 8 years, I have not dated. Every woman that I've dated has been maybe at the most, definitely not over 150.
Okay.
Okay. So one of the most attractive women ever. I mean, I'm not saying the most, but she
Okay.
definitely was up there. 5'6", 5'7", about 235.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
No, I just think. Oh,
More
wait, you didn't
kush
say
for-
whether.
more
You
kush
didn't
for
say
the
what
bush, Robert.
nationality. You didn't say what nationality.
Oh, she was white.
So I was close. Well, wait a minute. So mine was actually like the total opposite. Okay, you've seen a photo of me when I was in the police department.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I had much more hair then, and I did not have a lot of boyfriends, and there were, guys I liked, but they would never approach me. They would never come up to me, or, it was the older guys, they're, hey, Veronica, hey, Ronnie, how you doing? But I mean, most of them were all married, and I would never go out with a married man. And it was after the fact when I left a specific district or years later, it was like, you know what, I liked you. Why did you ever ask me out? He says, I wanted to ask you out so bad. He said there was quite a few guys who wanted to ask you out, but they were afraid that they would be turned down. And I was like, you know what? I guess it's your loss. Had you said, hey, I'll take you out or something, I would have went. That's just the type of person I am. I don't judge people, but I felt like, you know what? I used to get upset because, I didn't have a lot of guys ask me out. And I was not the type of person to say, hey, Robert, you want to go out to dinner sometime?
Right.
So yeah, that's what they told me. And then when it came to my husband, this is the best. He said, oh my God, you're not going to be able to go out with her. Now, my husband has known me since I was 13 years old and sees me again when I come on the police department, and I was dating somebody else. And here they said to him, like, oh, you're never going to be able to go out with her. You can't afford her. And he was like, what? But I mean, my husband is older and he's extremely attractive. He's always been attractive to me. He's my sexy senior citizen. But yeah, there was a lot of guys I liked, and I was like, wow, nobody ever asked me out. Why don't they ask me out? Like, what's wrong with me? I didn't think I was, I don't feel like I'm an ugly person, or I had a great personality. I have a great sense of humor and everything. And, I was always talkative and I was always sociable. So that's
They're lost. They're lost, Veronica.
Yeah.
They're lost.
Now, and I totally get that, right? Because the flip of that happens to guys. So if you go back to my 5'6", 235 pound,
yeah,
I asked her out multiple times.
Really?
And she never went out with me.
I remember my father telling me my father was a fireman. He became an NTA, a non-teaching assistant with the school board. And we went to like the class roller skating or a dance or whatever. So a young man came up to me. I'm all of 16 years old. And a young man comes up and asked me to dance. I'm like, no, that's when I was shy. And my dad always told me, he says, you know how hard it is for a guy to come up to you and ask you to dance? He says, doesn't mean anything. Don't ever turn them down. And from that point on, I never did. So thank you, Daddy. But
now, okay, so now help me out because I'm going back to this. And I think what you just said can help a lot of people. And when I asked this woman out, she never gave me the shot. And I remember her making a comment because there was a girl named Sam who was like working where I was doing this interim like business work before I had opened up my martial arts school. So this is some time ago, right? And Sam was really beautiful, like beautiful, like striking, smart, probably 115, 120, 5'3", gorgeous lady. She really liked me, but I didn't like her. I wanted to take out 235, but 235. I remember one day she goes, you know, Sam likes you. Why would you want to go out with someone like me? And I was like, wow. So I think it goes back to what Renee, self-esteem is real.
Yeah, self-esteem.
I guess this next question is for all of us. What's the best advice you've ever received about love?
Keep doing it until you get it right. That was my mother's thing.
That's a good one. My I don't know if it's advice, but I would say is what I've learned. So what I've learned is to be as transparently honest as possible.
Yes.
That's what I've learned.
I agree 1000%. You know what? And then I think, why not be truthful and honest with somebody? I'd rather somebody tell me, hey, I don't like you, or, I don't want to go out with you, or your voice, you have a horrible voice or something, than someone just leading them on and not saying anything to hurt them, like down the line, like, oh, well, you never reached back out to me. I agree with that 1000%. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't want that type of honesty.
Yeah.
Like, I believe that I've met more that seem like they complain if you're not honest, but they seem like they're more attracted to someone who doesn't want to be honest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some of that comes about because of baggage.
Yep.
Right.
So Donna, let's see, Donna Sorpiello is she's saying it's all about a person's soul. I think we have soul connections. So the physical doesn't matter. Physical is just an attraction.
Well, I would say it does matter.
Depends on who you are.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Someone was asking Renee, what about dentures?
Oh, dentures are fine. I don't have a problem with dentures as long as my husband Mike. I didn't know he had dentures until I found his spare set on our honeymoon in his pocket of his jumpsuit. So he never took them out in front of me.
Wow.
Interesting. Well,
yeah. No, dentures are fine. I just have to have something I can kiss and enjoy.
So Donna also mentions when people speak, you can hear and feel sincerity or have emotional connections.
I mean, yeah, I like that, but I'm telling you, the one lady that I was on the phone with, I don't know where she picked that up.
Yeah.
But again, I think people bring in baggage,
mm-hmm.
and it's almost like they get to a point, especially more mature women, where they just want to they don't even want to deal with it anymore.
I would say that's very, very apparent. We talk to a lot of women, and a lot of women just get to the point where they don't care whether they have a partner in their life anymore. They'd rather hang out with their friends.
Yeah. Yep.
And wouldn't you say that a big part of that is either they don't want the headache of what they perceive comes with being in a relationship again?
Yes, I would say they have a lot of bad experiences that they just are afraid to relive in another situation, another relationship. Mm-hmm. Instead of picking out the good things they've learned in life from their relationships and moving in that direction, they gravitate to the same old bad habits.
Yep.
I said I would only get married once in my lifetime, and I did. And, again, November is going to be 39 years. And I'll tell you what, I think if anything happened to him, I mean, granted, we're not all getting out of here alive, but I don't think I'd want to go through. I mean, it's nice to have a companion, but I don't think I would ever get married again, just personally speaking. And Sandy is saying over the phone, you get a true person.
Well, I think Sandy actually, I believe Sandy, and you can let us know that she talked to her.
Yeah, she met hers on the phone. Yeah, that was the first comment we had on the screen when we came online today, was that she had met hers on the phone.
Yeah, so I guess the consensus is we all agree that you can fall in love over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But Renee has
they gotta have decent teeth. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So Renee has conditions, everybody.
Well, we have another question. Fran is asking, why do some long distance relationships succeed while others fail despite constant communication?
I think
Ooh.
Go for
I
that
actually have an answer to that.
one.
First,
Okay.
I would say most men. So I'm coming from a male. Well, actually, I think it's both of them. People are as faithful when it's a distance relationship
Mm,
as their options.
mm,
So if you have an attractive woman, man, and they are mingling and around people all the time, there's a
mhm,
good chance they're going to get asked out. There's a good chance they're going to have other conversations when you're not communicating with them.
mm.
And they're going to probably go down that road, which means that's going to kill your relationship.
Could be.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you get to a point, I know where I'm at, that I know what I don't want.
Right.
And to me, I gave myself a chance to be alone,
Mm-hmm.
and I grew and got stronger so I can be alone, so I could have a long-term relationship and be faithful
Mm-hmm.
with no problem, because I have I got my kids and I got a
Mm-hmm.
business, we got all the stuff that we're doing. So we got things to do.
Right.
And I know not to go to certain gatherings. Not like it's a tempting thing, but it's like some things I just don't need to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Totally. Totally. With that being said, we actually had Barb is. All right, hold on. Let me pull it up. Barb is at. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Barb's asking, can loneliness sometimes be mistaken for love?
How's that? So like if you're lonely and then you finally meet someone and then
When I would think about like if a male or a female are, maybe they're sad, there's not much going on in their lives, or, but I mean, where would that come into play when you meet someone over the phone, or not meet someone, you meet someone and you start talking over the phone. Maybe people are lonely, and I don't know. I'm a little confused on that question.
yeah, come back to us on that, Barb.
Yep, definitely. Let's see. Sharon's asking, have dating apps changed the way our brains process attraction and love?
Oh, I believe so.
I
believe so. I think the process in a dating app has changed so much over the years. Years ago, I started writing a book about called Ready for Romance, and it was about dating online. And I found that probably 80% of the people that I met online while I was doing research for my book weren't even available. They were in other relationships, and they were just out there cruising, trying to find people on the side. It was very sad. So I think more and more today, the apps have gotten smarter with the questions they ask and the psychological side of some of the profiles that they fill out. And they have a lot more information that they can share, eHarmony and some of the other ones that I think do a little bit better job, Christian Mingle. I don't know that I ever want to be a swipe right, swipe left person, but that doesn't quite fit me. But I think they have evolved, and there's sure tons of them out there for sure.
I've never been on a dating app.
Really?
Neither.
Well, you know what? My thing is, because I can go places and just start talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you are a talker. I mean, you talk to everybody. I know the first time you and I met in person, it was just like one big great hug, Oh my
God. Well, you are, and both of you are who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so meeting you in person and you're already warm, and you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we all know each other.
Yeah. We all just connected.
Yeah. Different game plan for sure. Yeah.
You know what? Okay, so Sandy's saying, I had an amazing marriage, but I say if it falls on my lap, I'll see
where it goes.
but I'm definitely not looking for it. I can
Oh, okay.
understand that. I can understand that.
Oh, so what is Sandy actually saying there? That I had an amazing marriage,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Right.
say if it falls on my lap, meaning if she were to meet someone.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right, look at Sandy.
Yeah, there you go. See where it goes.
I'm proud of Sandy. That's great.
I can understand that, not looking for it, and then it just falls in your lap, and hey, go.
Hey, you
go
never
for it.
know.
Exactly. Agreed. I know Chrissy had a comment too. I was in a long distance relationship for 3 years, yet it ended because the distance became challenging for him. Okay, I can understand that happening. I personally never had one, but if anybody's had some long distance relationships,
Yeah, you definitely have to know who you are. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and again, like I did something that my mom could never do. And I used to my mom, I think, has been married 5 times.
Hey, she's doing it till she gets it right.
And she's like thinking about getting married again.
Oh,
So she lives with her boyfriend.
yeah.
And yeah, very interesting. And when she would break up, whether it was a boyfriend or a husband, I would say, since I've been an adult, I said, Mom, give yourself some time to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
Just live by yourself. Wake
Mhm.
up all by yourself. She can't
Mhm.
do it. She can't do it. And so that helped me do it, because when I was like, you know what? Plus I had my, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but and this is for everybody. Everybody's different, but I'll give you guys an insight into my life.
So are you single?
I am single.
Okay.
I've been single for a while.
Okay.
I'm extremely single.
Oh, extremely.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
most women that I've met, they say they're single, but they have a boyfriend.
Gotcha.
So I go extremely, what does that mean? No, but what helped me do what my mom could never do, and that's not a dig on my mom. We've talked about it a lot. I got divorced, and then I met someone, and I fell in love. And we thought it was going to be like ideal. Loved her. We traveled, went all over the world, did a lot of fun stuff together. And she was in entertainment. I was in, so we understood each other, and so we're together a lot, right? So I have my 2 daughters. She has her 1 daughter, and everything was going great. And then one day she lived in LA and I lived in this little town called Ventura. I jump on the freeway and I'm on my way to see her, right? Because there's a lot of driving back and forth. And my young daughter texts me and says, Daddy, can you pick me up from school? I exited. I text her, says yes, and I broke up with my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Because I knew at that point I needed to be 100% available to my kids at that age.
Yep.
And I didn't want to move into a blended family. I was like, that just means I'm gonna be lonely. I'm gonna be by myself, and I gotta just be honest. If I go on a date here and there, I gotta let them know that this is going nowhere.
Yeah.
And of course, I would tell women that.
Right.
And 6 months later, they go, "Hey, can we have a talk?" I go, here we go. Yeah. And I totally get it. You know what I mean? It is not fair to the woman because you do fall for someone. And so that was work. But now I'm actually in a way healthier place now. I could actually probably move into a relationship.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
but
my kids are older.
Is that relationship going to take you away from us? We need you.
No, because that's part of they would be moving into a relationship with me who has,
and all of us. Yes,
exactly.
They'd be getting us.
They're a super big family. They better get on board with us. Donna made comment, texting is difficult because a person's tone can be taken wrong and you can misunderstand statements. That is
very true.
Yeah. And then you have to hurry up and text back like, oh my God, no, that's not what I meant to say.
Now, what do you guys, what do you think of all these people that break up over a text message?
I think that's
coward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's horrible. Sam right takes me right back to being honest and truthful with some, being very
Yep.
transparent. Like, look, it's not working out. If you would like, we could stay friends, or we can't do this anymore. Just be open and honest.
I'm friends with all my exes.
Yeah.
I have no
Wow.
problem. I'm friends with Veronica. Will tell you they're in my
Yeah.
life forever. If you were in my life long enough for me to be in love with you at one point in my life, you're going to be in my life till I die.
Now, what do you think of a
So-
woman who does not want her man to have a Facebook connection with an ex? They should not talk. What do you think of women like that?
I think it's ridiculous. I think if people were in your life and they were important to you, I mean, I'm thinking back. I mean, I'm still dear friends with my son's father, who's we've been apart for 50 years, and we would have been married over 50 years if we were still together. And we still, if he's in town, we go to dinner, we hang out, we travel together. My other ex, him and his wife and I travel together. We're all good friends.
The guy I was
was
dating right before my husband, he's still friends with me. I see him at the FOP all the time. He just laughs and talks about Renee. He's like, "Oh my God, that Renee!" I'm like, "Stop!" Or he watches all the podcasts, but I know he's watching. But we need to get him on here sometime.
Now, see, what I pick up from both of you is what you guys have self-esteem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this woman who's coming to mind who would have a problem with the guy who has any relationships, which I don't have relationships with my exes, but she would have a problem with someone who does.
Yeah.
And I think that's a self-esteem thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do too. I think that is. And that would actually be in fact, that's kind of one of my triggers on making decisions about future people.
Yeah.
If they tell me right up front they can never be friends with the next, then there's no reason for us to become partners, because if we're ever exes, then it would blow my whole plan. I want to be friends with all my exes forever and ever. So the way it is.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's too funny. And she does. She stays in touch with them all. It's too funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, my husband knows I'm true blue to him, and I'm like, he doesn't care. He doesn't look. I'm on Facebook or here or there doing. He's like, he even said to me, "You got a call today? You got a podcast?" He makes sure that I'm on these podcasts and everything all the time. It's too funny. Wow, what an amazing conversation. Any last thoughts, Robert?
Any what?
Any last thoughts about, can you fall in love with someone over the phone? It's different seeing you in this light.
Well, and I think it's a good light to take a moment and it's kind of like if we're all together, like at Renee's house, and we're just talking.
Yep. Yeah.
Giving people a chance to kind of be with us, like in the living room, and just right, because I think many people are struggling with losing weight and struggling with being healthy because they don't have this part of their life in order.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, or they have someone and it's very stressful and it causes them to eat and think about, you know what I mean? Like it can be challenging. But my final thing would be, yes, I 100% believe everybody can fall in love over the phone.
Oh, so do I. I agree.
Yeah,
totally.
100%.
Yeah,
and I would, and I'm not gonna say, I'm saying unconditionally, but unconditional part would be, or conditional part would be if they lied.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Right, because you could ask that question over the phone, Renee. You could say, "Hey, as you're talking in many talks that you have, hey, I'm a teeth person." He may go, "I'm a butt one. I'm a butt."
Yeah.
And then he meets you and you say, "Yeah, I'm good." And then you don't have the butt that he thought you had.
Right.
Like you guys ever see that movie Boys in the Hood?
I think I saw part of it.
Okay, it's an
I don't
old
think
movie, like I think 89 or something. And
no,
Chris
just not.
Tucker is in the movie,
Mm.
and Chris Tucker starts talking to this woman over the phone. And they show parts, and his buddy is Ice Cube, and they're in the hood, right? So Chris Tucker's on the phone talking to this girl. So girl, so tell me, do you look like Janet Jackson? She goes, yeah, they tell me I look like Janet Jackson. So then about 30 minutes into the movie, he talks her into coming over. So she drives up in the car. He's like, oh yeah. He walks up to the car, the window comes down, and he goes, what? and she's like, what do you mean? She goes, you said you look like Janet Jackson. You look like Freddie Jackson.
Oh no.
And that ended that relationship. It was over at that point.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
As always, Robert, it's always a pleasure having you here on Power Hour with us. And we know we're going to get you back here next Monday for our next conversation. I know you have some really great videos out there and conversations going on as well. Renee, you have any last thoughts for us?
Just come join us, be a part of our group, like, share, subscribe. Just be here and know that we care about you, and we want to share those conversations amongst all of us so that we can help each other grow. Remember, what you focus on expands, so let's focus on the good stuff.
Absolutely. I hope everybody has a great evening, a great week, and we will see you same place, same time next week. And Robert, we'll talk right after this as well, okay? All right, have a great night, everybody. Take care.